No, I saw a tiny clip of the beginning of the Quartering's video. Guys, I need you all to evacuate any items you could use to commit suicide from your room because this is gonna be... You're missing the scariest thing about Trump's banning from Twitter, Facebook, Shopify, and more. Let's watch. Get ready for this intro segment.
All remaining systems will bow to the First Order and will remember this as the last day of the Republic.
Am I gonna get a copyright claim for this? I better not. Citizen journalists. Jesus Christ. I like how the hat is backwards. It's like flipped horizontal. Yeah, no, this is good. No, I want this to happen. Yeah, no, this is what's coming for you all. Yeah, conservatives, if you're watching this right now, this is what's going to happen. This is what's coming for you all. And you know what? Those platforms have every right in the world to do that. Those platforms have every right in the world to do that. Oh, okay, so this goes back to what we were talking about before, how none of these people have read George Orwell, and they claim that people getting banned from Twitter is Orwellian, okay? You do realize that when you made your accounts on these websites that these private platforms created, you signed and agreed to their TOS, which is a legal binding agreement to not break the rules that they had established when you made your account. Also, Trump literally encourages his fan base to march to the Capitol, engage in a terrorist attack. They plan to hold lawmakers hostage. They brought fucking zip ties. Oh, God. No, it doesn't matter. The Quartering doesn't believe anything that he says, by the way. You guys should know. The guy has admitted to, like, when he debated Destiny, he admitted that he's a grifter. That he doesn't really care about anything. He says he's just doing it for money. He doesn't believe any of this. He knows his audience are very stupid and will just eat all this shit up. So that's why he's making this. That's why he makes these really cringy, shitty videos every day. Money, and because he knows his conservative audience will just eat it up.
What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from TheQuartering, and I will implore you to leave your partisan politics at the door. This topic is far more important.
Leave your partisan politics at the door going into a Quartering video. Also, I like how he has a fucking Bob Ross hat, when I'm pretty sure Bob Ross would despise everything that the Quartering pushes. Bob Ross literally painted landscapes. That was the art style that he did. You support conservative politicians that don't believe in climate change and global warming. You do realize that, right? Bob Ross probably, I would guarantee Bob Ross believed in climate change. When he literally painted landscapes, he was inspired by nature and the environment, something he would be interested in protecting. He had an afro. He was a hardcore hippie. He used to be a hard-ass drill sergeant when he was in the military, but after he got out of the military, he decided to mellow out and become a chill dude and never even raise his voice. So he always talked the way that he talked on his segments where he would paint in real life. He used to be a really big hard ass. Yeah, Bob Ross would despise somebody like the Quartering, who would see him as a spineless, piece of shit with a lack of principles. Bob Ross would, I would not be surprised if Bob Ross would want to punch the Quartering in the face. He wouldn't do it, but he would want to.
Than owning Drumpf, okay? There are far too many people on both sides of the aisle right now watching the systematic deplatforming of the President of the United States and reacting emotionally to it.
Oh, no. My emotion... Okay, to be fair, I am reacting emotionally. It is a very happy emotion. I have a big old smile on my face. I'm very happy. This is a big win. I'm loving it. These reactionary types know that the alt-right pipeline exists. They know that the misinformation that they spread. Also, Jeremy, can you, for the love of God, get a better camera? You do realize that you can get a camera like a Logitech Brio for like $100 that has a 90-degree field of view. and you can have like an inch above the top of your head showing and then a significant amount below your chin's being cut off by your camera right now, my dude. Are you using like a C920 right now? I feel like he's probably using a C920 webcam right now. This is something that's always bothered me about his videos, but I never really felt the need to point it out, but it's starting to actually get to me. There is like 3 inches maybe above his head where it meets. Like, you can afford to turn your camera down a bit if you somehow can't afford a Brio. Like, come on, my dude. Get it together.
Whether they think, haha, take that Orange Man, Cheeto Man, Drumpf, or they're genuinely mad, most people are not.
I could understand this argument if it was 4 years ago, because most of the criticisms before Trump got into office were Orange Man bad, although he did terrible things before that even. He had, rape accusations made against him. But this is a guy who on stage, in front of hundreds of people, said, go march to the Capitol and give them hell. Then they marched to the Capitol, broke in, killed a police officer. Some of them were killed because they refused to not fucking break in. And the fucking elected officials had to evacuate. They came with zip ties ready to take hostages. They flew Confederate flags. They literally, I kid you not, Legal showed a clip of this in his video about the riot. They replaced an American flag with a Trump flag. This was a fascistic attack on our democracy. He deserved to be fucking banned from Twitter.
Mad for the right reasons. Most people don't see this for what this really is.
What is it?
And that is that this is the single greatest power grab by Silicon Valley in history. And
What?
It went unchallenged.
Does he know what power is in the social media industry? So I spend a lot of time here. I want to hit you guys up with something I do a lot in my free time. Okay, marketing is actually very interesting to me. Marketing is actually very interesting to me. And if you're interested in online marketing and social media like I am, you should check out a channel called Devin Nash. This guy makes videos mostly talking about online marketing, usually having to do with the streaming world and Twitch, okay? His video on cancel culture was really good. It wasn't like some reactionary, like, the left is trying to cancel people. It was literally like an academic look at cancel culture and like, does it work or not? And it was like from like a marketing standpoint. Turns out, no, cancel culture doesn't work. All it does is benefit the creators that are canceled, because then you're having what's called earned publicity that's happening from it, and you end up having more people talking about you, more people. It's what happened to Trump. It's how Trump got probably ended up winning the election, is because he got so much negative coverage. It doesn't matter. Negative coverage is still coverage, and that's beneficial to you. It's called earned media. I think that's what it's called, earned media. Or non-earned media? I don't remember exactly. Definitely check out Devin Nash if you want to learn more about marketing in the media world. So if the Quartering here knew anything about marketing, and he actually probably does, he would know that there is no incentive whatsoever for Twitter to remove one of the largest figures off of their platform. Yeah, Twitter did experience a big drop in activity after Trump got banned. There is nothing in terms of power or monetary value that Twitter bans or gets from banning Trump. What they do get is a lack of liability. What happens if Trump uses their platform to say on the inauguration day, go fucking storm the White House? What happens to Twitter? Imagine Twitter's position if Trump tweets out on inauguration day, I want all of you to go storm the fucking White House and stop Biden from getting inaugurated. And that's not out of the question. He did the same thing to try to stop Biden's confirmation from going through. There is no power grab happening here. That's not what this was. If anything, they're going to take a monetary hit from doing this. This was literally them trying to take liability off of themselves. And good for fucking them. They should have. They shouldn't give them a platform, potentially encourage another terrorist attack. Absolutely not.
Nobody stopped them. Nobody questioned them. They unpersoned the sitting president of the United
Who would stop them? What they did wasn't against the law, you dumb fuck.
States. And most people's reaction are, ha, own Drumpf. You are being so short-sighted if that's how you're looking at this.
I haven't seen a single tweet or anything saying that, saying, haha, own Drumpf. Nothing like that. It's all been good. Now we can't encourage another terrorist attack using that platform.
Obsessed with the fact, if you are like enjoying the dunks, oh, Shopify, shut him down. Ha, take that, Drumpf. If you don't wake up, you're just going to be another cog in the machine of censorship. That's what they want you to do. Trump's banning is like a red herring, practically, to what's really happening. We saw Facebook, YouTube, Twitter.
Listen, okay? I recognize that it is bad that these platforms will almost universally hold up what is socially acceptable, and that includes liberalism. Not leftism, liberalism. That's what they are going to support. These platforms recognize that liberalism is the most culturally acceptable idea in society, and they're going to uphold a more liberal ideology when it comes to those they ban or don't ban, right? Obviously. I could be in danger of I've been banned from Twitter many times. Then I rebranded, I'm fine now. But yeah, like, you know, I've been banned from Twitter for saying things like fuck TERFs. TERFs have like mass reported me and I've gotten banned for that shit. You know, you could be too progressive and get banned for it. They may come for the leftists. It's true. However, I do want to say, let's say, for example, I hate cops. I don't like cops. But if cops are arresting rapists and serial killers, that's a case where I'm not really going to shit talk the cops because they're doing something that's arguably a good thing. You know, there could be some, changes to our prison industrial complex. You know, changing our whole prison system would be nice. But getting rapists and serial killers off the street is probably a good thing. Vosh said this. I wouldn't be surprised if he said that because, I mean, this is like the go-to example of like, oh, you can be a leftist and dislike one thing or dislike a group of people. But when that group of people does something good, you can give them the benefit of the doubt there and say, okay, that was a good thing. At the very least, just don't attack them for doing the right thing, you know? That's a pretty good example, so I'm not surprised if Vosh said that. I haven't seen him say it, but, you know, if he said it, he probably said it.
Shopify, every major Silicon Valley company act in unison to not only unperson, again, the sitting president, so what hope do the rest of us have, but to squash competition.
Why does he keep saying unperson? Is ban like a TOS word now? Is this like, because this seems like he's saying it so he doesn't get demonetized. Is there like, can you get demonetized for saying the word ban? Is that a thing? Unperson is a 1984 word? I fucking forgot. Granted, I read 1984 when I was like 14 or 15. Oh my god, he's actually doing the 1984 shit. Yeah, you're right. Oh my god, he's doing the Orwellian meme. Hold on, can I remind you all of something really quick? I just want to remind you all here, really quick. Really quick. Never forget this. None of these reactionary types that say that people getting banned from Twitter is Orwellian will ever say this. But, you can literally go to his fucking Wikipedia page. George Orwell, his name is Eric Arthur Blair, but he has a pen name of George Orwell. Known by his pen name George Orwell, was an English novelist, essayist, journalist, and critic. His work is characterized by lucid prose, biting social criticism, opposition to totalitarianism, and outspoken support of democratic socialism. Not social democracy. He wasn't a sock dem. He was a democratic socialist. He was Bernie tier, if not more left than that. Do we really think that the democratic socialist was writing a story about far left, like a far left government silencing people? Or do you think it was like a far right or just overall just general sort of totalitarian government that was controlling the world? If I'm being honest, the government in 1984 wasn't actually fascist. There was nothing inherent, at least from what I remember. I don't remember the government, like the totalitarian government from 1984 being fascist. It was just totalitarian. It was just really hardcore totalitarian. Like, it could have been any government. Like there was thought police and stuff like that. Like it wasn't left leaning, it wasn't right leaning. It didn't seem. It was just a totalitarian government. But the dude was a socialist, so I don't think he would appreciate someone like TheQuartering trying to use his book that's anti-totalitarianism to try to compare by the way, fascist from getting banned from private platforms. I don't think that's what he would agree with.
At the most important time. Donald Trump had 80 million followers on Twitter. Half of them probably hated him. Don't care, right? 80 million. If he had been able to quickly transfer to Parler, what do you think would have happened? 20 million users come over? 10 million users come over? At least, right?
Isn't Parler getting banned
overnight?
too?
Parler is a legitimate competitor for Twitter. Couldn't let that happen. It was so convenient that Apple happened to issue a 24-hour ultimatum the very same day they banned Donald Trump. It was just convenient that the Google Play Store removed Parler on the very day they banned Donald Trump from Twitter.
They literally gave Trump a chance. You do realize if Trump deleted those 2 tweets, then he would have gotten his account unsuspended. He could have said, hey, I'm moving to Parler, brought those people over, and then he could have gotten banned. Or he could have just kept his nose clean and not gotten banned. Xander, have you considered quitting vaping? No.
On a coinky dink. But take that,
Parler shut itself down?
Take that, right-wingers. You're willingly walking to the gallows of censorship to own the right. That's how these people sound. They're literally cutting off the nose.
This is such cope. Listen, all I'm going to do is I'm going to sit back and enjoy the cope. This is nothing but copium, because he knows he's next. You're next. Hey, Jeremy from TheQuartering, you're next. You're going to be next down the line. You're going to get banned. You're going to get banned from Twitter. You're eventually going to get banned from YouTube. Some article will come out about how much of a piece of shit you are that'll get a lot of attention. You'll do something particularly heinous on stream or in a video. And YouTube's going to get you. You're going to be gone. Twitter's going to get you first, most likely. You're going to get fucking yeeted, my dude. You're going to lose your platform. You're going to die out. And even if that doesn't happen, let's look at your predecessor who made the same kind of content as you. Let's see what happened to him. What happened to your predecessor, TheQuartering? Ooh, look at that. Worse viewership than I get as a nearly 60,000 sub channel when he has 618,000. He's been losing subs literally every single week, by the way. If we look at, he hasn't gained any subscribers. If we look at his account, no BS Social Blade, this is what will happen to every one of these like right-wing grifter types, because eventually some new person comes along that can push their ideas in a bit more of a consistent or better way than them. This is what waits for them. TheQuartering was, growing like 1,000 subs a day at one point back in like 2016. This is him now, losing 1,000 subs a week. Nobody watches TheQuartering or No Bullshit for their personality. They really don't. But you guys, you do watch me for the politics, but I do gaming streams. I do other types of streams. And I build a sort of a relationship with my audience. So even if like the political stuff that I talk about one day went out of fashion and people weren't really like watching that kind of stuff anymore, hopefully a lot of you guys would stick around because you like my personality. You like the persona I put out here on the internet. But these guys don't know how to do that. Their viewers are just watching to hear the same opinions they already have regurgitated to them a million times. The same thing's going to happen to TheQuartering. That is, if he doesn't get banned first.
Their own noses to spite their face. That's how stupid of a take that is right now. And I'm sorry if that offends you as one of my viewers. Look, I've dropped a couple thousand subscribers this week. A lot of people that subscribed to me when I was covering cyberpunk and all this stuff didn't like that I also covered tech censorship issues and other type of issues. That's okay.
No shit.
That's okay. But you know what? If you're watching this and you aren't currently...
Because people who aren't right-wing, like, dipshits looking for a demagogue to spout their opinions realize that you're a dumb fuck and we're like, oh, I'm going to unsubscribe. Yeah, fuck this dude. Who gives a shit about this guy?
Subscribed. Please take a second.
Yeah, I turned it up to 1.5 speed because TheQuartering talks very slowly.
Hit that red subscribe button right below the video. Support this channel. Support alt tech. I'm doing a whole separate video today about how to get involved with alt tech. Parler, BitChute, Minds. Because the mainstream media is literally in cahoots with Silicon Valley to squat.
It's funny because all of these websites that these alt-right types or these like reactionary types try to flee to get also someone ring the doorbell. The Taco Bell's here. that these people flee to either end up getting shut down or are infested with child porn. You guys know that, right? You guys know that, like, BitChute had, like, a huge child porn problem? It was fucking everywhere. Because guess what? When you make a platform that's all about free speech and not banning people, that's where people are going to go to post child porn. No fucking shit. No shot, dude. Yeah, BitChute. Yeah, and 4chan. 8chan as well had a lot of child porn, too. Yeah, this happens to all these websites, and they all end up getting shut down.
Wash competition. Last night, we saw Shopify takes Trump Organization and campaign stores offline. Reddit bans Donald Trump. Discord bans pro-Trump server The Donald. Google pulls Parler from the Play Store. I'm sorry, this after Twitter permanently banning Trump. Okay?
Keep coping.
We've seen this playbook before. All we need now is MasterCard to cancel his credit cards, and we'll have basically what they did to Alex Jones.
Yeah,
but
hey, guess what Alex Jones did? Alex Jones literally said that a school shooting was like faked, and all the people who survived it were crisis actors, and then his fan base went and attacked the family of these dead children who were murdered in a school shooting. Do we actually hold on? Where's the line drawn? I'm really curious. Where's the line drawn? If the line isn't at lying and calling a school shooting fake and saying that the survivors are crisis actors and then encouraging your audience to go harass the surviving members of the surviving members and families thereof of the people who were in the shooting, is this not something valid to ban someone for when they're literally causing violence to happen and harassment to happen with their platform, encouraging it, even spreading misinformation? I feel like Alex Jones is probably the most defensible ban that's ever happened. I will debate the quartering on the banning of Alex Jones any day, and Trump, and even himself.
This lost in everybody on the far left celebrating, saying you didn't go far enough. Who else should we ban? How else can we secure the echo chamber that is?
Even Republicans have been supporting this. So there's actually been a surprise. It's not enough. But there's a surprising amount of conservatives that are supporting this shit. My buddy Ethan is a right libertarian who hates, Twitter and doesn't like monopolies and stuff like that, and was like, yeah, fuck Donald Trump. He's anti-American. He pushed for a literal fucking coup on the government. Not one that was like anti-authoritarian or whatever, but literally to keep an authoritarian in power. My buddy Ethan is an actual fucking right libertarian. He doesn't like Trump. He was hoping Biden won over Trump. Yeah, he doesn't like monopolies. He believes in like a free market that still doesn't have monopoly. He's literally going to become a socialist. When in like 2 years, Ethan's going to be a socialist. But regardless of that, there's been centrists, liberals, right libertarians, even like Republicans, like fucking tradcons that have been supporting Trump getting banned because they don't like that he's literally attacking the establishment in the worst form possible. I like attacking the establishment, but not when it's a fascistic coup to overthrow democracy. That's not when I'm okay with it.
Twitter. The same people that whine about Parler being echo chamber are also demanding anybody with opposing views be removed from Twitter. These people are...
Parler literally bans leftists just for being leftists. You do realize that, right? Like, they literally have started marketing, or did market themselves as like a right-wing only website.
So dumb. Don't be that. Don't be that dumb. Don't let them suck you in to the partisan conversation. What we saw in the last 24 hours was the single largest power grab Silicon Valley has ever had. Might be one of the, if you adjust for the eras.
Being anti-fascism is partisan, I guess. I guess it kind of is, yeah, because if you're a fascist, then, I guess it would be partisan to you. Yeah, I suppose.
One of the biggest power grabs in history in the United States, given the amount of control that Silicon Valley has over communication.
I'm curious to see if he has in any way condemned the riots. I want to see if he has in any way condemned the riots that happened. I want to see. Trump permanently banned. Google attacks. Twitter enables genocide. What the fuck? Twitter allows abhorrent Chinese propaganda and the doubles down on protecting the CCP. I imagine this isn't actually what's happening, but fuck China. Hollywood suddenly doesn't like protesters and are complicit in civil unrest. Jimmy Kimmel and James... Yeah, he has defended it. He's literally defended the storming of the Capitol. Capitol Hill violence blamed on Gamergate. So yeah, that's him. Yeah, he's literally defended. The only time he's talked about the rioting and the fucking terrorist attack on the Capitol was literally to defend it. That's the only time he's talked about it, to in some way defend the people doing it or attack those condemning it.
This would be like in the 50s when there's two major newspapers across the nation and they were suddenly owned by one person overnight.
Does the Quartering not know that there's like 3 media organizations that own every channel? Does he not know that? That like every TV channel is owned by 3 overall corporations? Is he not aware of this? Is he not aware of the fact that there are literally 2 corporations, I believe, that own internet providers across the country in America? Does he not know that this is like, dude, it's like less than 5.
While everyone was, haha, Trump. Look, leave your partisan crap at the door, okay? Fine. If you don't like Trump, awesome. If you did like him, awesome. I don't care about that. I care about everybody willingly being censored and then demanding more of it.
The Quartering is terrified. He knows he's next. This is pure copium.
This is dangerous. And then the monopolistic move. Oh my God. So perfect, right? Such a coinky dink that the day Twitter bans Donald Trump, Google Play removes Parler from their app store. What a coinky dink. Oh, what a coincidence on that timing, huh?
Yeah, because Parler is a fucking haven for, like, it's like 8chan. It's like how 8chan got fucking axed, because it's a place for fucking alt-righters to coordinate terrorist attacks in the fucking Capitol. What else do you fucking expect? I'm pretty sure the Quartering would agree if they found out that ISIS was coordinating attacks on Parler, if they fucking, like, took down the website, if that's what Parler was for, and no alt-righters were on it. It's only because it's a right-wing website that he gives a fuck. Listen, this is pure copium, guys. The Quartering, for one, is a big grifter, okay? He knows, all he cares about is his bottom line, making money, obviously. He doesn't care about any of the beliefs that he talks about, right? He's admitted as much. But I want you all to keep in mind, this is all copium, okay? He knows he's next. He knows that the banhammer's coming for him. He's gonna get fucking yoinked, okay? And he's scared. He's terrified. He knows what's coming for him. And when it happens, it's gonna be so fucking delicious. It's gonna be amazing. I'm gonna fucking love it. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, thank you so much for watching. We're not going to watch another fucking 10 minutes of the fucking coping. But thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. If you liked the video, make sure to leave a like. If you're new here and you want to see more from me, make sure to subscribe and ring the bell icon so you actually get notified whenever I go live or upload a video, because YouTube won't do it otherwise. Also, there's a link in the description to buy one of these good-ass fucking water bottles from the coldest water, and I get 5% of the commission from that, so that's pretty pog. I actually got sponsored. Also, follow me on Twitter through the link in the description, and join my fan Discord, and follow me on Instagram. Do all those things. And if you have any extra money sitting around you don't need for anything else, and you don't know what to do with it, you can always support me by donating or subscribing on the website, xanderhall.com/live, pledging me on Patreon, or super chatting, or becoming a member on the channel. I do appreciate it. You don't have to, but it's always very appreciated. And yeah, thank you for watching, and have a good one.